Cooks, today we're making Instant Pot fluffy cilantro lime rice. This is sort of a dupe on Chipotle's cilantro rice that they feed in their delicious burritos and tacos. We're going to make it here in the Instant Pot. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So join me. We're in the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. Okay, so we're going to be using our little baby Instant Pot here. This is a little 3-quart. It's a little baby. And I'm using my O King Joy. This was a Santoku. I like this knife. It feels really good in my hand. So we're just going to be dicing up a little onion here. If you like a ton of onion, put a ton of onion. If you don't like any onion, don't put any onion. So normally, I do sort of like a quasi peel-off method where I saute the onions. You can do that in the Instant Pot because it has a saute function. I'm not. I'm just going to be cooking these straight on so we have just soft onion in there.
What's the matter, boo-boo?
Caught me in the eye.
Aww.
Cilantro. I love it. Some people don't like cilantro. They say it tastes like soap. To me, it tastes like freshness. Very unique flavor. I love it. So I don't take all these stems out, but I do like to take out like these big woody ones. Just gonna chop this up. Not trying to mutilate it, but you just want it chopped so you don't get a big leaf stuck in your teeth. There you go. Now it's time to juice the limes. Okay, so we are going to be using a couple limes. I am taking the zest from this one. It really depends on juicing your limes are, because I used some of these limes. They came in a bag of limes, and I used a couple of them yesterday, and they aren't super juicy, though they could be juicier today than they were yesterday.
Because I just rolled them.
Eric rolled them, which I didn't do. Oh, I committed a crime. Crime against the lime, because I didn't roll it. Some would say, right? So you just use a microplaner like this. I use it upside down like this. Scrape it on through. The zest shows up in here. And I dump it. Boom. Just like that. The zest or the skin on the lime gives it there's a lot of oil in them. And it'll give it a lot of lime flavor. So we're going to go ahead and cut these limes. Ooh, they do seem softer than...
Yeah, they're softer. I roll them. You got to roll them until they got a little room to them. Because when they're hard, that ain't going to juice.
Okay, let me get the juicer. Okay, so I have my little electric juicer here. I used a manual one yesterday, and I was like, forget that. I have this down on minimal pulp. It's also blocking some of the juice. So I'm going to put it on medium. I'll put a link down to this thing. I love this thing. I had the previous model for years and years and years, and I lost, when we moved, I lost part of the, part of it. So I bought the updated model. They're really inexpensive, and they work really well. It'll go one direction, and then if you lift up, it'll switch directions to get the rest of the juice out of there. If you don't use all this, you can just use the rest of the lime juice on something else. You can just pour it in some water and have a little lime water. Or if you're making tacos or burritos along with this rice, juice up a bunch so you'll have plenty of juice for both projects.
So how much does that make? You should be able to measure it now.
It takes a lot of citrus to make juice, like a lot. This made 2 ounces maybe.
All right.
Definitely use fresh juice, because if you use bottled, it's not going to taste the same. You really want fresh juice. Okay, so let's get the rice. So I'm using a little Jasmine rice here. I keep my rice in these containers. I'll put a link down to these containers. I'll put a link to all this stuff. I think you want to do 2 cups of rice or 3. Do you want extra rice, or do you just want some?
Oh, I don't know. Do I want to actually have food to eat?
You can do 3. Okay, so this is Jasmine. This is long grain. You can use cow rose. You can use whatever rice you want. Jasmine is going to be a lot more fragrant. That's why I use it for this. For chipotle, I think they just use the cheapest white rice that they can get. But I'm going to use Jasmine because I love the flavor. So let me go rinse this. We want to thoroughly rinse this. So I put it in one of these little strainers. I go to the sink and I rinse. The reason you want to rinse it is, well, I'll tell you the reason I rinse it. And some people say, whatever, right? I think there's extra starch on here and it rinses off some of that extra starch. Plus, rice is just dirty. It's milled. It's whatever, right? But I rinse it. So let me go do that. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, even though we're not sauteing it. That's a personal thing. Usually I do, but for some reason for this, I just don't. Onion in. Don't want to waste any. Rice goes in. You can do this if you have a bigger Instant Pot. You don't need this little dinky one.
This little one looks cute though.
It does. Okay, so we're doing a 1-to-1 ratio. It seems weird, but that's how I do rice in an Instant Pot, 1-to-1. So 3 cups of rice, 3 cups of water. If you do 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of water. If you do 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water. If you do 5 cups of rice, 5 cups of water. So I have a little garlic here. A couple of cloves. However many you want. Got a garlic press. I'm gonna put them in here. Press them out. Put as many as you want. If you love garlic, put a ton of garlic. If you don't like garlic, don't put a lot. Stir it on down. Couple of bay leaf. I'm just going to put a bay leaf for every cup of rice. But this is how I do it. It's a combination of things that I've seen all over the place. Really quick, I almost forgot. We're going to put some salt in here to taste however you like that. We're going to stir it in just to give some flavor. Now it's time to cook. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the lid on the cooker. Backwards. And here, if you have one of these types, you're going to put it on sealing. Some of them automatically go onto that, so it depends on what cooker you have. I'm just going to hit the rice setting, and the Instant Pot's going to turn on automatically. It's going to come to pressure. It's going to cook till the liquid is out, and then it will beep. So once it beeps, it's done with the rice setting. Leave it in there and do not release it for 10 minutes. So you want to naturally release, aka not manually releasing the pressure for 10 minutes, and then after that you can release it. So we'll be back when it's done cooking. So the cycle is finished. We let it go for a while and all the pressure is out of it. So, ooh, looking mighty fine. Take out these little bays. Leaf. Woo, it's hot. Give us a little fluff action. Look at how nice and fluffy that rice is. Woohoo. That is fluff. Fluff City. We're just going to add our lemon zest, our lime zest. We're going to add cilantro. We're going to drizzle in some lime juice. And we're going to mix that in to our rice. Oh, it looks so good. Smells good too. We're a little crusty on the bottom, partially because I think I have to admit I was watching a movie. So it went like 20-some minutes. But it looks very nice. Very, very nice. I think I'm going to give it a little tasty. A little more lime. Cilantro. A little bit more stirring.
Lime and cilantro, we're having a party.
Yeah. So, it's time to take our official taste. Okay, we're eating our cilantro lime rice with the little leftover chicken that we cooked on the Blackstone, and I threw some avocado in here. So here you go, boo.
Thank you, boo.
So we'll just try the rice. It's really good.
Rice is good.
Has that little hint of lime. Really good. Mm-hmm. Mix it with the chicken. And that's dinner. Mm-hmm. Delicious. Instant Pot cilantro lime rice. Delicious. I'm off to eat dinner. I hope you enjoyed this.